So what it takes is basically 3 ingredients, or 4 ingredients really. You need the brackets, you need the boards, you need the liner, and you need the labor to put it together. So what I'll do is I'll put down a string line to be able to establish a perfectly straight line for the first set of boards. I'll usually use a fence or some other straight item as a reference edge. And then I'll put my string line down in equal amount or equal distance from that reference edge. And then that'll be my first board. And then I'm using a square to make sure that the next side is 90 degrees perpendicular to that first board section. And then I keep going around doing that same process to make sure that I've got a perfect square or rectangle by the end and that the edges touch without too much trimming or additional wood required. Then the next step is the liner. So the liner has to be significantly bigger than the rink is so that there's enough fold over and overhang. So the liner goes inside the rink in this case and then covers over the board. So think of it like a pool really. So, and that's exactly the way it works. And then what I'll do is I'll put staples on the top, give enough slack for the water to fill in that pool or fill in that rink. And then when it freezes, of course, water expands and it'll take up even more space. So you need the slack to make sure that you've got no tearing of the staples or, that the boards can support the weight. I know I'm hesitant to even call it a business because it's really just more of a project at this point as far as what happened. And the genesis of that is my friend Steve Geffen said to me back in May, there's not going to be any hockey for the kids. And our boys play hockey together and they go to school at the same class together. He said, there's not going to be any hockey. I said, okay, fine. What are we doing? He's like, there's this kit we can get. Can you build it? I was like, yeah, I could build it. So we got another 2 friends in on the whole thing, and I built 4 of these rinks. And then Steve's wife, Randy, says to me, maybe you guys should turn this into a business. So we put out like a half-joking social media post with a funny picture of the 2 of us and this funny little logo I put together. And then our phones, both of them, started exploding. And Steve said to me, he says, I love you. I don't have time for this. I thought we were going to do maybe 2 or 3 of these as a fun way to get away from the wives and kids for a weekend. But now it turned into a full-fledged operation right now. So I'm working with a supplier of kits in the States. The brackets are made here in Canada, though. I'm best friends with the guys in Rona in Kirkland. They're cutting my wood for me and delivering it right to my house on pallets. And I've bought up every liner in the island and off the island to be able to do this. And I'm going to do as many as I possibly can until I can't feel my fingers. So maybe another couple of weeks.